Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your buddy, and this is your weekly fishing forecast where we break down the conditions to put you onto more fish. This week we are looking at New Zealand for the period from the 12th to the 18th of January 2026. And listen up, because this is not your typical lazy summer week. We have a dramatic weather shift coming right in the middle of the week that is going to be a real game changer. It's the kind of week that can offer up both tough, frustrating fishing and some truly epic bites if you play your cards right. Stick with me and I'll walk you through exactly how to fish this pattern, where to find the fish and what to throw at them. By the end of this video, you'll know which days to call in sick for and which days are better for organizing the tackle box. First up, let's talk about our main targets for this time of year in beautiful New Zealand. January is peak summer and the fishing is hot. We're going to focus on two of the nation's absolute favorite species, the mighty snapper and the hard-fighting kingfish. Let's start with the snapper. These fish are on the chew right now. For where to find them, it's all about the time of day and the coming weather. Early in the week, with the settled conditions, I want you to be looking shallow. Think morning and evening sessions over those kelp beds and rocky shorelines in anywhere from 5 to 10 meters of water. The fish will be in there feeding aggressively. As that big weather system approaches midweek, this shallow water bite could be absolutely electric. Now, when the conditions get rough, the bigger, smarter fish will pull back into slightly deeper water, so look for them around structures like reefs and drop-offs in that 15 to 25 meter zone. As for what to use, you can't go wrong with a classic strayline rig using fresh pilchard or squid. But in the shallows, my money is on a lightly weighted soft bait, something around 5 inches long in a natural baitfish color. The key is a slow, fluttering descent. The snapper can't resist it. Next up, the yellow-tailed thugs themselves, the kingfish. Summer is prime time for these brawlers. The key to finding kingfish is always finding two things, structure and current. I want you to be looking at prominent headlands, offshore pinnacles, and even channel markers where the water is moving. That moving water concentrates the bait fish, and the kings will be there to hunt. Early in the week on the calmer days, get ready for some heart-stopping visual action with topwater lures. Stick baits and poppers worked erratically across the surface will bring them up for incredible strikes. When the wind picks up midweek, don't put the kingy gear away. Instead, switch tactics. Find a sheltered side of the structure and deploy a live bait like a mackerel or a kahawai. The disturbed water gets the kings fired up, and a struggling live bait is often a meal they just have to eat. All right, let's dive into the science behind the forecast and break down the conditions for the week. This is the why behind the bite. First, the weather. Friends, this is a classic summer pattern with a twist. We start the week off quite stable and warm. But pay close attention to Thursday, the 15th. The forecast is calling for a significant amount of rain and a noticeable drop in temperature. This tells me a front is moving through, which means the atmospheric pressure will be dropping steadily on Tuesday and Wednesday before bottoming out on Thursday, and then starting to rise again into the weekend. That prefrontal pressure drop is a massive feeding trigger for almost all fish species. Then, after the front passes, conditions should clear up and stabilize, which is another prime time to be on the water. Next, water temperature. The sea is nice and warm as you'd expect for January. We're looking at average sea surface temperatures around 20 to 21 degrees Celsius, maybe even hitting 22 degrees in some places. This warm water has the fish's metabolism fired up. They are active, aggressive, and they need to eat frequently to fuel their bodies. The only downside is that during the brightest, calmest parts of the day, they might retreat to deeper, cooler water or areas with more oxygen, like right in the current. Now for the moon phase, this is a really interesting one. We begin the week on Monday the 12th, just after the last quarter moon. From Tuesday onwards, we are in the waning crescent phase, leading up to a new moon on Sunday the 18th. From a fishing perspective, this is fantastic. The tides will be building in strength all week towards the new moon. The days leading up to a new moon are legendary for producing great fishing, especially at dawn and dusk. That dark sky means less ambient light, giving predatory fish a bigger advantage. So with all that information, let's put it all together in our day-by-day forecast. This is your guide for when to hit the water. Monday, the 12th of January. I'm calling this an excellent day for fishing. We're starting with settled weather, comfortable temperatures around 23 degrees Celsius, and only a tiny bit of cloud cover. The fish should be relaxed and feeding well after the weekend. It's a perfect day to use those topwater lures for kingfish or prospect the shallow reefs for snapper. Tuesday, the 13th of January. The rating today is very good. The temperature is creeping up to around 24 degrees, and the air just feels alive. This is when that atmospheric pressure really starts to fall. The fish will sense the coming change and will begin to feed more aggressively. This is a prime day to be on the water. Wednesday, the 14th of January. I'm rating this as a good fishing day with a word of caution to watch the sky. The bite should be on fire, as this is the last chance for the fish to have a major feed before the front hits. Expect a great bite, but be prepared for the weather to start turning later in the day. Get out early and make the most of it. Thursday, the 15th of January. Friends, this is going to be a tough day. The forecast calls for heavy rain and a significant temperature drop to about 18 degrees. The fishing will likely be very slow. Fish will hunker down deep and their feeding activity will shut right down. My advice? This is a great day to do some tackle maintenance, respool your reels, and get ready for the weekend. If you absolutely must fish, find a very sheltered harbour or estuary and fish deep with natural baits. Friday, the 16th of January. We're upgrading to an average but improving day. The worst of the weather will have passed. The skies will start clearing and the barometric pressure will begin to stabilize and rise. The bite will be a bit slow to start, but it will definitely get better as the day goes on, especially in the afternoon. The water might be a bit stirred up, so use lures with a bit more flash or vibration. Saturday, the 17th of January. I'm calling this a good fishing day. The weather should be much more settled, and the fish will be getting back into their regular patterns. Importantly, this is the day before the new moon. This means we should see some excellent activity, especially during the evening low-light bite period. It's a great day to be out there. And finally, Sunday, the 18th of January. This, my friends, looks to be an excellent day. It's new moon day. The tides will be at their strongest, the weather will be stable, and the fish should be aggressively hunting. This is the day to put all your plans into action. Be on your best spot at sunrise or plan to fish right through until sunset. This has all the ingredients for a day to remember. So there you have it, friends. A week of two halves. Fish hard and smart at the start of the week before that front rolls in. Take a break on Thursday and then get ready for some fantastic fishing over the weekend, culminating on that new moon on Sunday. I hope this forecast helps you get out there and onto some amazing fish. As always, thank you for watching. Tight lines, be safe on the water, and please share your own observations and fishing reports in the comments below. What are your plans for the weekend? Let me know. And if you found this helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly forecasts. Talk to you next week.